So welcome everyone to my channel. So in this video we'll be talking about to build a quiz app using JavaScript, HTML and CSS. So for example, look at this simple quiz app. We have a question, which is the largest animal in the world, and we have options. So let's select any one that we think is the answer. So let me select this one. So if the answer is wrong, it's going to display this pink color, but if it's correct, it show this green color. So you can see now my answer is wrong. The correct answer is blue whale. So next, which is the largest desert in the world? So let me choose this. So means this is correct. This blue color shows that it is correct. So let's see. Which is the smallest continent in the world? Okay, let me choose one. Let me choose this. The answer is Australia. Okay. So which is the smallest country in the world? Vatican City. So you can see I scored 2 out of 4. So let me play it again. So which is the largest animal in the world? Blue whale. Which is the largest desert in the world? Sahara. Antarctica is the largest desert in the world. Okay. Which is the smallest continent in the world? So Australia. Which is the smallest country in the world? Vatican. So I scored 3 over 4. Let me play it again. So blue whale is the largest. Next. Antarctica is the largest desert in the world. Next. Which is the smallest continent in the world? Australia. Which is the smallest country in the world? Vatican City. So you can see I scored 4 out of 4. So we'll learn how to build this particular web application using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So if you have not subscribed to my channel before, please subscribe to my channel. If you find this video helpful, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment and also share this video to your friends. So let's dive right in. So the first thing we have to do is to create a folder. So as you can see here, this is my folder, quiz app. So let me open it. Inside this quiz app, I have created two files, index.html and style.css. So now open it with your Visual Studio Code. So open both with your Visual Studio Code. So we have index.html, style.css. Alright, so we can proceed now. So you open both with your Visual Studio Code. Open this, then open this with your Visual Studio Code. So right click, open with Visual Studio Code or any code editor that you have. So I'm using Visual Studio Code. Alright, so the first thing is to go to your HTML, index.html, shift 1 to bring your basic documents. Alright, so let's give it the title quiz app. Quiz app. And the next thing is to link our CSS to our HTML. So how we can do it is to come to the end of this place here. That's the end of the head section. Before the end, this place here. So just type link, enter. So we have link rel style sheet. Then in this place here, just put the name of the CSS file, which is style.css. So with this now, whatever changes we make using our CSS is going to have effect in our web page. Now go to your CSS. So we want this to apply to all the variables, all the elements. So just say margin 0. So we want this to apply to everything in the web page. So padding 0, then font family. Font family. So poppins. So meaning that we want the font to either be poppins or sans serif. Then box sizing. Border box. Okay, so this is what we want to apply to the whole of the web page. So now having done this, so this is going to apply to the whole HTML document. So now go to your HTML. So in this body section here, we're going to put all our work, all our coding. So let's bring a div. So div dot app. Okay. So inside this div, so go to your CSS. So let's call our body. So body. So I want to give the body background so I want to give it this color. Okay, so that's for the body, the whole of the body. Then let's call our class. You can see we gave this div a class which is called app. Just copy it, and to call a class you use dot. So let's call our class. Sorry, copy this. Okay, so for our class, let's give it a background of white. Width 90%. Maximum width 600 pixel. Margin 100 pixel from the top, left and right auto, then from bottom 0. Then border radius 10 pixel. Padding 30 pixel. So after doing this, you save, then open the file. Okay, open your index file using Chrome. Okay, let me save my HTML file. I haven't saved my HTML file, so save this. Okay, so let me refresh. As you can see, the color has changed to this color and we have a box here. So far that's what we have done. So let us proceed. So let's add a title in this div. So let's bring h1. So let's call it simple quiz. Simple quiz. Okay. Now let's bring another div. So dot quiz. So that means this class name for this div is dot quiz. Okay. So now in this one, bring your h2. Then give it an ID. ID question. So the ID name is question. So let's add a test here. Question goes here. Let's write question goes here. So let's save and refresh our web page. So as you can see, that reflected on our web page. So let's continue. Okay, so let's reduce the space. Reduce the space. Okay, fine. Now we're going to add another div. So after here, enter here div. I'm going to give it an ID, not a class. So to add an ID, use hash. So hash. I want to call the ID name as answer buttons. Answer hyphen buttons. So this is a shortcut. So enter. Okay, so we've created a div with an ID. Now in between this ID, we're going to create buttons. So button, I'm going to give it a class. The class name should be btn. So let's write a test here. Let's write answer 1. So we're trying to say that this button is for the answers. So let's duplicate this, copy and duplicate. So we need 4. So here just change it to 2, to 3, to 4. Okay, so you save. So after saving, go to your web page. Now reload. As you can see, we have simple quiz, question goes here, and we have these buttons here. But these buttons are not well arranged. So we are going to use CSS to style this. So let's go to our CSS. Okay, now so if you check this your HTML, you will see that we have this div here, which is app. Then under that div we have h1, right? So let us call the class app h1. We want to style this place here. Alright, so to style it, you just say, since it's a class, that's dot app, then h1. So you are calling h1. So you want to increase font weight 25 pixel, color by giving this color again, then font weight 600, border bottom, one pixel, solid, padding bottom 30 pixel. Okay, so let's save and refresh. This is how it was, so let's refresh and see. As you can see, first thing first, we have changed the color of this h1 and we brought a border bottom here. So the spacing is what you can see, border bottom 1 pixel solid, then with this color, padding bottom 30 pixel. So that's the effect that we have given here. Alright, so let's continue. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so you'll not miss any video that I upload. Also leave a comment in any area you do not understand. So this is font size. Font size 25 pixel. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to call on our quiz, this class here. Okay, so let's call on that. So does quiz so padding 20 pixel 0, then our h2 so we have font size 18 pixel, color the same color, then font weight should be 600. So let's save and check. This is how it was before, so let's refresh. As you can see, this color has changed and there's now a space between this this line here and this h2. This is our h1, this is our h2. Okay, so we can style these buttons now using our CSS. Now to style the buttons, so these are the buttons, all these are the buttons. So let's style them. Let's check the class name. As you can see, the class name for the buttons is btn. So let's copy this, then to call a class, you know it's dot, so paste it, dot btn. So background I'll give it a background, not background color. Background. So a background of white. Color of this. So font weight of 500. Width 100%. Border 1 pixel. 1 pixel solid. Then with this color. Then padding. Padding 10 pixel. Margin 10 pixel from the top. Then text align. Should be aligned to the left. Now border radius. How you want it to be curved? 4 pixel. Then cursor pointer. Okay, so let's save and check. This is how it was before. Let us check. So as you can see, we've made some changes to it. So you can see there's a space between the boxes, between the buttons rather. You can see that it is curved. The border radius is curved a little. Then the text is aligned to the left. So that's what we've done so far. So the next thing is to add hover effects, so that when you put your pointer on each buttons, it's going to have a different color. So let's do this. So we have this already. These are class. Just copy it. Copy this, then put colon hover. So the background should be this color. Then the color should be white. The color should be white. Then for the button, put a transition of 3 seconds. So put it here. So transition. All is 0.3 seconds. So let us save and refresh. As you can see, this is how it was before. Now let's refresh. As you can see, when I put my pointer here, it shows the hover is black, then the text color is white. As you can see, that is what we just programmed just now. Color should be white. As you can see, the hover background is black. All right, let's proceed. Now let's go back to our HTML file. Now after the end of this div here, I'm going to add I'm going to add under button here. So button. So the button will have an ID name. ID name should be next -btn. So the text for the button should be next. So let's save, refresh. So as you can see, this is it here. Now let's style this next. Okay, so for us to style it, don't forget the ID name is next-btn, so copy it. And since an ID, we use hash to call it. So hash, paste. Now the background should be this color. Then the color should be white. Font width should be 500. Then the width should be 150 pixel. The border should be 0. Padding should be 10 pixel. Margin 20 pixel from the top. Auto left and right, then bottom should be 0. Then border radius should be 4 pixel. Cursor pointer. So let's save and refresh. So as you can see, but we need to put this next at the center. So just the next thing should be what? Should be display block. So let's save and see. So that's it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so you will not miss any videos I upload. Leave a comment in any area you do not understand and I'll be happy to help you. Share this video and forward it to your friends and families. So now let's check so normally the idea is we want this next to display after we've selected a question or answer, selecting an answer. So since it's showing next now, we don't want to show next. So what we can do is that display, we'll put none. So let's put none. Then save. Let's see. So you can see it's not displaying. So it is display later. Now the next thing, we have to create our JavaScript file. So to create it, let us just go to file, new file. So just type scripts. That's the name we want to use to save our JavaScript. So script.js. So we're saving in this same folder, which is this quiz app. So script.js. So create file. So as you can see, we've created this. Now for us to link our JavaScript to our HTML, so come to your HTML towards the end of the body. So just write scripts. So src so the name of the JavaScript is script.js. So with this, now I've connected our JavaScript with our HTML. So just open script, then src, then the name of the JavaScript, which is this. So we've successfully connected our JavaScript to our HTML. Now let us add the question. Now go to your JavaScript. So type this const questions equal to, all right. Now in here, open this. So in between here is where you put your question. Now let's write the question. So the question will be here. Question. Which is the largest animal in the world? Now we have to add the answer now. Now after that, put comma. So after that comma, then now let's add the answers. So answers. Now in here, okay, so just go back. Okay, leave it like this, put it this way. All right, so let's put our listen. So test. First option, shark. Then after that, put comma. Next one, correct. That means this is the correct answer. Sorry, it means this one is actually wrong. Do you understand? This is actually wrong. It means this actually answer is actually wrong. Now let's duplicate this, copy and okay, so let's paste. So now let's change the options. So for this second one, let's put blue whale. Blue whale. Then elephant. Elephant. Then the last option should be giraffe. Now this correct means this particular one now is asking, is it the correct answer? And I said false. This one says, it means, is it the correct answer? We said false. Then now the answer is blue whale. So the question is it the correct answer? So we have to put here to be true because the answer is actually blue whale. So you put true here, true. So you save. So this actually means that this is the correct answer. Now let's add the second question. This is question 1, right? So now this is the end. This is the end of this for one question. So I can just put a comma here. Put a comma there. Then for question 2, can just do this. Now let's copy the question. So let's copy the question from so to here is the question itself. So let's put it here. So from here to here is actually the question. Alright, so let's update it to a different question. So for the second one, let's say which is the smallest country in the world? So the answer should be Vatican City. Vatican City, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka. So we want to know which one is the correct one. So the answer is Vatican City. So we have to put true there. True. Then the rest false. Because Vatican is the correct answer. Okay, so we've done for 2. We have to also copy. Don't forget, after here you put comma. Now let's copy this. Just copy from here. So for the next one now, let's say which is the largest desert in the world? Desert in the world. So these are the options. So put false in everything except for the one that is true. So this one is true, put true here, then the rest false. So change this to false. So save. Then now for the last one, so paste. So for this last one, we'll say which is the smallest continent in the world. Continent in the world. So Asia, Australia, Arctic, Africa. So this is everything. So let's look for the one that is true. Australia is true, so put true here. Then this is false, put false. Alright, so save. So as you can see, the ones that are true, I've added true to it. So this one, the answer is Australia. Then for this one, the answer is Antarctica. That is why I added true. Then for this one, the answer is Vatican City. The answer here is blue whale. Okay. Then since we don't have another one, move this my comma, move the comma, then here put semicolon. Now go back to your HTML. You can see that we have different IDs. So we have ID answer button, right? Then we also have ID next button. So we want to let JavaScript to get those elements by ID. So what do? Put const. So question element equals to document dot get element by ID. Get element by ID. So open brackets. So question, which is the ID. Name of the ID is question. So once JavaScript to get this document element by ID. So which is the ID name is question. So put your semicolon. Now duplicate this. Now the next one, we want to get element by this answer button. So this is the first one, ID, question. The next one now, we want to get element by this one, answer buttons. Let me copy it. So paste. So here we'll add a answer button. So since this is answer, so answer button. So also duplicate. Sorry, let's copy. And duplicate. Now this place here, the next one we need to do now is the next button. So next button. Then the ID name here is, let's see, the ID name here is what, next btn. So just copy it and paste it there. So save. So we want to let the current question index to be 0. So just type this, let current question index equals 0 for this. Let score equal to 0. So once you start, you will not have any score. That means you have 0 score. It's until you score something that the score will start increasing. So the next thing, write this function start quiz so current question index equals 0, score equals 0, next button dot inner HTML equals to next. Show question so this means that when you start the quiz, it will start from 0, your score will be 0, then the next button will display next. So just let's continue. So let's write this function show question so let current question index let question number current question index plus 1. Question element dot inner HTML equals to question number plus 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 current question dot question. So let's explain a little about this thing. So you can see, let me show you the questions. So these are the questions, right? This is question 1. This is the first question. So if you put 0, it will display this current question, this one. But when you put plus 1, it will display this one, right? Then plus 2 to display this one. So that was it actually means here. So for example, now this plus 1 now, this after this first one, that this one will display. Now let us add the code to display the answers. So let me explain again. When the index is 0, the question will be this first question. But when you have plus 1, it will be this next question. So now let's put the code to display the answer. So current question dot answers dot for each answer. Sorry, delete it. For each this. So answer So what we're trying to do is so that in case you show the question, after you pick the question, after you pick an answer, to display the correct answer. That's what it means. So answer button. So put this. So let me explain a little. So you can see that, okay, let's see. Assuming this is the current question, this is the current question, right? Which is the largest animal in the world? So after you pick your answer, it's going to display the correct answer, right? I'm going to display this correct answer. So that's just the basic thing there. So let's put start quiz. Where's start quiz? Okay, so let's so after this I will explain in detail. So let us go through this first. Alright, so let us save and refresh. So as you can see, this is what we have done so far. But this is not how we want it to be. This answer 1, answer 2, answer 3 is not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to have questions here, right? Then answers. So make changes to that. So the next thing we have to do is we have to hide all these answer 1, answer 2, answer 3, answer 4. So okay, so what do we do? We'll add a function. So here, right here, you can see this place here. Let's put this function reset states. So we want to hide those answer 1, answer 2, answer 3. Now let's go down. So write this function reset state so inside this place we'll write this. So let's write this next button dot style dot display equals none, while answer button while answer buttons so here you also add as here's buttons, so const answer buttons, the same with this place here, answer buttons. So come down here. So what we're trying to do is that it should remove the previous answers, those answer 1, answer 2. So after this, so dot first child, then answer buttons dot remove child. So we want to remove the previous answers. Answer buttons dot first child. So please go to this place here, this where we have current questions here. Now this answer button, change to answer buttons. Okay, answer buttons. So save. So let's save and reload our web page. So as you can see, the question is showing as it should. Which is the largest animal in the world? Shark, blue whale, elephant, giraffe. So let's continue. Let's go back. So if I click on here, nothing is happening. So we have to add the on-click function, so that when you click on this, something will happen. Do you understand? In this case, now when you click on, for example, shark, if shark is the wrong one, it's supposed to display a color, whether it's correct or wrong. So let's add that now, on click. Now when you click on it, so something is going to happen. Now let's add, come to this area here. So after this button here, click on if answer dot correct. So button dot data sets dot correct equals to answer dot correct. So we're trying to say that if what you click on is correct, it should display. And don't forget, we're going to put a particular color, so that if it's correct, it display color. If it's wrong, it will display particular color. So here I'm trying to say that I should display whether something is correct or wrong. So this button dot add events listener. click, then select answer. So save. So now let's define this select answer. So let's go down here. So function select answer. So just write this as I'm writing. So we're trying to define the select answer. So what this whole place is trying to show us or trying to depict is that if you pick a particular option, for example, you pick this, it's going to display if it is true or false. Since you've chosen the correct answer already, it's going to show if it's a correct answer or not. So now, here we have selected btn class list. So we have correct and incorrect. So when you click on it, it's supposed to show correct or incorrect. So for example, you chose shark instead of blue whale. It's supposed to indicate that, okay, you chose the wrong one. Now we're about to add color to it. So I'm using our CSS so that when you click on a particular answer and it's correct, it will indicate a particular color. Then if you click on the wrong one, it should indicate another color. So go to our CSS right now. So now let's call on, as you can see, we have correct, incorrect, right, class list. So let's call on our class. So that is dot correct. So background, I want to give it a background color, a background rather. So let's give it this color. Okay, so that color. Then let's call our incorrect. The background. Let's give it this color. So let's save. So mean that if it's correct, it should display this color. If it's incorrect, it should display this color. So let's save and refresh. Let me pick on this. So I clicked on this now. It showed this red color, mean that is wrong. So let me click on this blue wheel. You can see it showed this is the correct answer, right? So let me click on that one again. It showed red. Click on this one again. Click on this. It showed red, meaning that blue wheel is the correct answer. But it is not cool we picking different answers. We have to disable the button after clicking one answer. Automatically the correct answer should display and the incorrect one should display also. You should not have the opportunity to click as many as possible. So let's do that right now. So let's go to our JavaScript. So after this incorrect, after this part here, now let's go. Click on array. Array dot from answer buttons dot children dot for each button okay. So if button dot dataset dot correct true, button dot class list dot add correct. Now button disabled, button dot disabled equals true. So save. So what it's trying to say is that to check each button you selected, each answer you picked, so it's going to check each of them. That's why for this each button. So if it is correct, it will show correct to display the color correct. You understand? Then Yeah, if it's correct, you display correct. For example, now the color now will display that it is correct. Then this disable button is saying that after you've clicked, it will disable you from clicking other buttons. Do you understand? So that is button or disabled equals to true. That means it is true that after you've clicked once, it will disable you from clicking another button. Now, so you put this here. After that, next button dot style dot display equal to block. Which means that after you selected a particular button, a particular answer, then to display the next button. That's what it means here. To display the next button here. It means it will display the next question. Next question. So let's test it. Let's go back to our web page. Let's save. Come here, save. Let me go here. Let's see if it's correct. So refresh. So let me pick this. As you can see, it's showing red, at the same time showing the blue color, meaning that this is the correct answer and this is the wrong one. So this is the hover effect that's working here. Okay, so it's working so far. As you can see, it's displaying the next button. So let's click on the next. Let's see. Okay, nothing is clicking right now. Okay, open it. But now let's see if we can click on that button. No, we cannot, because we've already clicked on one. And since we've already set it that after clicking on the first one, it should disable the buttons. So the next thing is that we have to hide the hover effect when we select the button. So let's say, okay, let me refresh. So you can see that, let me select this now. As you can see that the hover effect is still there. So we have to remove it. So now we want to disable the hover effect so that when we are not hovering over it, it will not display that color. So let's look for btn.hover. So it is here. btn.hover. So put your colon here. So not when you are not hovering over it. So not. So disabled. So let's add one more thing. So .btn disabled. So cursor no drop. So save. So let me save, let me refresh. So as you can see, let me click on this. You can see after clicking on the answer, the hover effect has disappeared. It's not disabled. So let me refresh. Let me click on the correct answer. As you can see, this is the correct answer, blue whale. So let me click on the wrong one again. As you can see, the hover effect is gone now. So let's go to our JavaScript. So functions. Okay, so here. Yeah, so in this place here, so now here we're going to add this so that it will display the score plus plus. Now let's add the button for the next. Let's add the function for the next button. This next button here. This next button, let's add the function for it. So come down here. Okay, so next button dot add event listener. So click comma. So equal to this, then this. Now if current question less than questions dot length. So what we're trying to say is if the current question index is less than question dot length, that means if it's less than the length of the question, our question length is 4. So if the current question is less than 4, so this is what's going to happen. So let's put another function here. So undo next button. Else start quiz. So let us give function for this handle next button. So let's come here, go down. So function handle next button current question index plus plus. This will increase the current question index by 1 when we click on next. So after this, put this. Now add this if current question index is less than question dot length. So show question. So else should display the score, show score. Else show score. Now let's define let's define the show score function. So let's come up here. So function show score reset state. So for us to display the score, we have to put this function. So question element dot inner HTML equals to use code Okay, so this is different. So this is this, yes. So change it, please. This is this. Okay, so this is it. So at the end you put this. So this will display your score. You can see now question element dot inner HTML equals to your score. So your score out of the question length. So out of how many questions? Out of 4 questions now, to score you out of it. So save. So the next button dot inner HTML equal to play again. So the next thing is to add next button dot style dot display equal to block. Put this here, put this here. Now save. Let's go back to our website. After saving, okay, so let's go to our website. So refresh. Let's see if it's going to work. So that was wrong, right? So next. Okay, it's got 0 out of 0. This thing's not supposed to show this dollar. Okay, play again. Let's see. So let me pick well. Next. Scored 1 out of something is wrong. Okay, so the issue so far is I have an issue here, right? So the issue is simply there's no space here. So close the space here, then save. As you can see, save, save. So let's see what's, so play again. Let's see, refresh. So blue whale, as you can see, just giving me 1 out of 4. It's not giving me the second question, so I think I made a mistake somewhere else. So let me fix it. So just come to this function place here, function handle next button. So the mistake I made was so the mistake was if current question index is less than, not question, it is questions. So here should be S. So questions dot length. So save. So let's go now. So refresh. So blue whale, next Vatican City, next which is the largest desert in the world, Sahara, Antarctica, next which is the smallest continent in the world, Australia. So next, so I got 3 out of 4. So I can play again now. So let me pick the wrong one, shark. Let me pick the wrong ones and see. So Sahara, so Asia. So you will see, so I scored 0 out of 4. So I've come to the end of this video. If you found this video useful, educative, and informative, please leave a like, a comment, and also share it to your friends and family so that you'll benefit from what you have also benefited from. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe, like, comment in any area you do not understand, and I'll be so happy to help you. See you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel